So when we kicked off this series of tips and tricks and strategies, one of the key ideas here is that we shouldn't really try to equate online with an in-person meeting, right? We shouldn't strive to make it replicate every facet of that experience. In fact, there'll be some aspects of the online that will be superior to an in-person meeting. So that's what I'm going to talk about right now. One of them is, I was speaking with a woman who was doing job interviews through Zoom, and she wasn't used to that experience. She was great in person, but she got really nervous doing online Zoom sessions, and she wasn't quite used to it. And what I would recommend to her and to anyone in that situation who doesn't feel quite right is one of the advantages you get with Zoom is you're dealing with new technology that not the entire community is familiar with. So if you're feeling awkward and you're tanking and if things are not well, you can ask for a break in a way that is perfectly normal. You can say, listen, I think my technology is acting a little fuzzy. Could we take 5 for me to kind of regather and get this all set? And yes, you're hinting at a technical difficulty, but in my view, if you're having trouble forming your words and you're having trouble saying what you want to say, that's a language problem. And language is, of course, one of the oldest human technologies. So it's okay to take a break. And it's much easier to do that in an online setting than it is in person, right? And in person, you've got to get up, you got to exit, you got to figure out what to do. You might be at an office where you really don't know your way around. But when you're doing a Zoom session, it's in your place. And so it's perfectly okay to ask for a few minutes, take a break. So again, this is a really cool example of where the online context may be more powerful and better in some ways than offline.